Hello everyone. Today I'm going to conduct a review of a Yongnuo new flash. It's a YN968 EXRT. So this flash is basically the same as the 600 EX RT2 that Yongnuo puts out, except that I only read about it, I haven't seen it. That it actually has a video light. So that's the reason why I decided to buy it, to check it out. So I just got this thing from Amazon. So I'm going to open it up and we'll take a look together. I haven't seen this one before. So basically, comes in a box like that. Put this one. It's called Yongnuo Speedlight YN968 EXRT. So we're going to open it up, take a quick look. That's the usual manner. It comes with a pretty nice case and a small instruction booklet that has multiple languages in there. A couple of, no, just one color filter for the flash and a warranty card. That's about it. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and let's open this puppy up and see what it looks like. It's fairly sizable. Something's binding. Let's see if I can pull it out. Oh, here it is. And this thing came with the stand. Interestingly, the stand, I don't think this exists on the other ones. It has a tripod hole on the stand too, so that's very interesting. So I guess you could use it on a tripod, you know, instead of having a dedicated stand for the flash. Okay, let's open it up and take a quick look. As I mentioned, I haven't seen this myself, so I'm kind of excited to check this one out. Okay, as you can see, this one sports the LEDs. That's the feature that doesn't exist on the other flash. Flash head is, the design is a little bit different from the YN600 EXRT. It flip, rotate, which is good, all the way around. And okay, I have a Yongnuo 600 EXRT here. This is a version 1, just for comparison purposes. Slightly different. Okay, as you can see, but essentially is basically the same size. The body is a little bit different, but not by much. In the back, I don't know if you can see it. The numbers, the number of buttons and all of that look very similar. The dial here is a little bit bigger, but that's about it. So let's fire it up and see what it can do. I have a few batteries here. So we're going to open it up. That's the gel thing. I recommend that if you already haven't known, is to use the Eneloop rechargeable batteries. because these are the best in my experience. The position for the batteries is different from the other one that I'm used to. So it took me a little bit of looking. I don't want to put it in the wrong way. So it has it. Okay, close it. Okay. Remove the protective film. Don't think I need it anymore. I'll power it up. Came back up. Now you see it light up green, and the test button is red. It looks very similar to the Canon design, which is to be expected. First impression is that it's built very solidly. I think it is built a little bit better than the old YN600EXRT to be exact. The layout is different too. So you have the PC connector here, the external power connection here, and the USB port. And I don't see any other connection. 600EXRT has a little bit more. It has a tripod mount. Now the tripod mount is on the stand itself, so that's one difference that I could tell right away. Okay, let's explore the new flash. Okay, I'm going to access the flash menu control. Okay, the default is ETTL, so you can see that both this one and that one show ETTL. Now if I change it to M, and it switched to M, as you can tell from above, go to multi, and that works. In the multi, I suppose you can set the frequency 2 Hz, 3 Hz, 4 Hz, 5 Hz for example. If I shoot it off, it goes pretty fast. Testing it. Okay, I'm going to reset it back to ETTL. Before we explore the wireless function, let's go to the zoom function. No, let's do wireless. As you can see, as we expected, the wireless, the only wireless function available is the radio control, and there's no optical, which is signified by a lightning bolt. So with this one, you can tell this guy switch over to master, and that works pretty well. I'm going to reset it back to wireless off. The zoom is capable of zooming up to 105. Now 105 compared to the YN600EXRT is not as good, because the other one is capable of zooming to 200mm. So this one's only zoomed to 105. So that's a deficiency when we are comparing to the other flash. Okay? I'm going to reset it back to auto. And on the first curtain sync, that's a default. And you have a second curtain sync. That works. This one here shows the symbol. Reset it back to first curtain sync. Oh, and also I can do high speed sync, which is very important. Now, one thing of note is like if you go and you turn on the wireless, okay, as a master, and you go back to the second curtain sync, there's no second curtain sync. So you cannot command the second curtain sync to the other one, number one. You cannot set second curtain sync when it's set as a master. So that's important to remember that. Okay, so if I turn this one off, and I would have second curtain sync. All right, you have flash compensation and the bracketing, so you can set all of that. Pretty normal, we're not going to explore that. So everything is working very well. And next we're going to explore the YN968EXRT as a radio master, and then we'll explore it as one of the slaves. Alright? Okay, I have set up 4 flashes total. To the far right, you can see that is the flash that we are reviewing, the YN968EX-RT, mounted on a 7D Mark II camera. Okay. To its left, I have a Canon 580EX2 version, okay, mounted on a Yongnuo receiver that is designed to receive the RT signal from the YN-EX RT master controller. So even though the 580EX2 is optical only, with the adapter it could be a radio control. So I thought I want to test that function also. And then next to it is a Yongnuo YN600EX-RT. Then to the left of it is the original Canon 600EX-RT flash. And for this demonstration, I'm going to use the YN968EX-RT as the radio control master. And I'm going to attempt to link them with the 3 that we described, and we'll see how well it works. Okay, so with that, I'm going to turn the YN968EX-RT on, and my favorite mode, even though it comes with multiple modes, my favorite mode is group mode, so I'm going to show you in that. Okay, right now I have 3 groups, A, B, and C visible on there. And I have already set this guy to be a master, as you can tell. And I just happen to turn on the high-speed sync there. I've set it to channel 3 with the ID of 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've set up all of the flash to have the same. So they should link up pretty well if they work. Okay, and from the past I had used, I have set these to to ABC, and I don't remember which one's A and which one's B, but we'll soon find out. Okay, so I'm from right to left. I'm going to turn each of them on, and first of all, I'm going to turn the Canon flash. In this one, because it is mounted to an adapter, it doesn't really matter what it is set to. The unit below it is going to take over and set it for us. So I'm going to turn the unit, the Yongnuo unit. Let me see what it's called. It's been a while, I forgot. Yeah, it's called a YN-E3-RX. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. Okay, since, as I mentioned, I already set to channel 3 and all of that. And I set this guy to be Group B channel 3, right? So, as you can tell over here, it's already linked up. And there's a green button back here, green light back here. I don't know if you can tell very well. But that is lit up. So is this. So basically it's telling me from this view is that it already communicated and linked up with the 580EX2 with the adapter. Okay, and signified by the symbol over here, and that is a Canon symbol, signify that there's a link. Right now I set everything to ETTL, I don't really care, for the purpose of demonstration. Okay, now to its left, I'm going to turn on the YN600EXRT. For some reason I already turned on, except that it's in the wrong mode. I'm going to have to change the mode by cycling this button until I get the right mode. Right now it's in the the Nikon slave mode. Don't want that. And that's a regular mode, I don't want that either. That's a master mode, I don't want that either. So here's the slave mode, okay, RT control, and it is Group C, as you can tell. Now this guy, the default, it goes to sleep so quickly. I have to wake it up, okay. Now, as I wake it up, as you can tell that it beeped. This thing turned green. This thing is green. This is green, meaning that the three of them are linked up. And signify over here is Group C. I don't know if you can tell very well. Group C, this one is lit up, linked. So success for the two of them. Okay, so now what about the Canon one? The Canon was on and then it went to sleep also. So I'm going to reset the power. Okay, come up with a master mode. I don't know how well you can read it, but that's not the mode we want. So we're going to cycle the mode, get to the right mode. Slave mode, but that is for opticals. And we don't want that either. So that's a regular... That's a master mode in radio control. We don't want that. We want slave. Okay, slave. As you can see that linking up instantaneous. So it's already, as you can tell over here, that's Group A has already been linked. So we got Group A link, Group B link, Group C link. So look like they work beautifully as far as the signal is concerned. I'm going to just fire it off the flash, and I wonder if you could see. I'm going to zoom out. And see if you can see the flash go off. Probably not. We'll try it. Zoom out. Sorry, guy. Okay. Fire it off. Okay, one more time. One more time. They all went off very nicely. So the YN968EXRT is works great as a radio controller. I'm gonna switch over to other mode. Okay, I'm going to set this one into a slave. Okay, I think I already did it. That was easier than I thought. So in this case it is group A. I'm going to change the group. It's group B. We already have group B, so we're gonna do group D for this guy so that we can tell easier. Now I got a slave radio control slave. Okay, here I'm using a Yongnuo YN E3-RT master control tested as a radio slave. Okay, so that's the purpose of it. I've set it to group D, and right now, as you can see on the bottom, we have group D there. So since I've already set all the right channel and ID and all of that, now my turning on the YN968, I should create a link right away. Okay, so I'm gonna move this guy over. As you can see, I'm going to turn it on. As you can see that both of them turn green, the link one, and over here you see that flash symbol. That means that they linked up. So the YN968 works really well. Okay, in conclusion, I like this flash. The YN968 EXRT is very well built, better build quality than my 600 EXRT. I don't have the 600 EXRT version 2 to compare, but I would assume that the version 2 and the version 1 are similar. With that assumption, this is actually better built. Now, there are a couple of limitations, as we discussed already, but it's worth repeating, is that number one is that this fellow cannot be an optical master. It can only do radio master. So if optical control master is important to you, that is something you might want to consider. The YN600 EXRT version 2 has that, supposedly, according to the specification. The 600 EXRT version 1, I know that it does not have that. I'm talking about the Yongnuo. The Canon has both. There's no problem with that. The Yongnuo 600 EXRT original does not have optical master control either. But I heard that 600 EXRT version 2 does have it. So that would make the other one better than this one from that aspect of it. The second aspect of it is fairly minor, which is this thing can only zoom to 105 millimeter versus the 600 EXRT can zoom to 200. If the zoom function is important to you, then you might want to consider the 600 EXRT. So the obvious question is like, so why this thing costs $10 more than a 600 EXRT version 2 then? Well, the real answer is here, is in the video light. Okay, so with a press of a button, you can turn the video light on and off. Okay, so that could come into handy for outdoor. I don't know whether or not this thing is powerful enough for filling in for outdoor portrait, you know, using the video or light. But for taking video and, you know, indoor fill is probably very usable. Remains to be seen. But so I will give it a 4.5 stars. I like it. The zoom feature is not important to me because I do use a flash for birds. I discovered that recently. I'm talking about that in a different video. But I use also a what they call a better beamer. It concentrates the flashlight, you know, effective up to 400 millimeter. But in that case, I only have to set this guy to 50 millimeter. So so being able to go to only 105 is not a factor for me. Okay. With that, I thank you for watching. I hope this is of good use to you. And if you need me to do anything else on this, please let me know, and I will see what I can do. Thank you.